Have you ever thought about the hidden leaders in our history? The ones who didn't hold a formal title, but whose influence was undeniable? Today, let's talk about one such figure, Priscilla from the Bible. Her story is packed with powerful leadership lessons that are just as relevant for us today. Whether you're leading a team at work, a community group, or even just your own family. First, let's set the scene. Priscilla, along with her husband Aquila, was a tent maker. They were ordinary people, artisans, running their own business. But they weren't just about business. When they met the Apostle Paul in Corinth, their lives took a remarkable turn. They didn't just become followers. They became partners in his mission. This brings us to our first leadership lesson. Leadership is about partnership, not just position. Priscilla and Aquila worked alongside Paul, sharing their resources, their home, and their skills. True leaders don't just delegate. They collaborate. They roll up their sleeves and get involved, creating a culture of teamwork and mutual respect. Now, one of the most famous stories about Priscilla involves a brilliant but incomplete teacher named Apollos. He was passionate and knowledgeable about the scriptures, but he only knew about the baptism of John. He was missing a crucial part of the message. So what did Priscilla and Aquila do? They didn't publicly correct him or call him out. The scripture says they invited him into their home and explained the way of God to him more accurately. This is our second lesson. Effective leaders correct in private and praise in public. Priscilla demonstrated incredible emotional intelligence. She valued Apollos' potential and chose a method of guidance that built him up rather than tearing him down. This approach fosters trust and creates a safe environment for learning and growth. Think about it in your own life. How do you handle it when a colleague or friend makes a mistake? Do you rush to correct them in front of everyone, or do you take them aside with respect and kindness? Priscilla's method is a masterclass in mentorship. Here's something fascinating. In several biblical passages, Priscilla's name is mentioned before her husband's. In that ancient culture, this was highly unusual. It strongly suggests that she was a prominent teacher and leader in her own right, perhaps even the primary theological mind in the partnership. This leads to our third lesson. Leadership transcends gender and social norms. Priscilla's example shatters the stereotype that leadership is a male-only domain. Her recognition was based on her competence, her wisdom, and her contribution, not her gender. A great leader recognizes and empowers talent wherever they find it, regardless of background or societal expectations. They create an environment where the best ideas and abilities can rise to the top. Finally, Priscilla's leadership was marked by adaptability and service. She and Aquila moved from Rome to Corinth, then to Ephesus and back to Rome, setting up house churches wherever they went. They were constantly adapting to new environments and new challenges, opening their home and their hearts to build communities. This is our fourth lesson. Leaders serve and adapt. They don't wait for the perfect conditions. They create opportunities and serve the needs of the people around them. True leadership isn't about being in a comfortable, established position. It's about being on the front lines, willing to move, to change, and to serve wherever you're planted. So, to recap the wisdom from Priscilla, lead through partnership, guide with grace, empower talent regardless of stereotypes, and serve with an adaptable heart. Her story proves that you don't need a title to be a leader. You need a heart for people, a willingness to collaborate, and the courage to invest in others. Which of these lessons resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this valuable, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. See you next time.